grade, welcome to place value. We are going to continue on by talking about the value of a number. So first off, we're going to start with the definition. So the value of a number is how much that number is worth. So for instance, in my first number here, in number 4, the value of this 4 is 4 because it's just a number all on its own. If I look at this one down here, the value of the 4 is still 4 because the 0 or the placeholder comes before it. Now, if I had switched the order and I wrote this is a different number, and you guys know that that is 40, but the value of the 4 got shifted to a new place. So again, just to review, this is the ones place, and this is the tens place. So once I put this 4 in a different column, in the tens place, it has a different value. So these ones have a value of 4, but this 4 has a value, let me switch colors here, of 4 tens. You can also write that as 40, which is basically what it already is, but sometimes it won't have that 0 there for you, and you'll have to figure it out yourself. Okay, let's practice here. So in this top number, I want to know the value of the underlined digit. So here we have a 2 that's underlined. The 2 is in the ones place. So this 2 has a value of 2 or 2 ones. Either way of writing it would be correct. In this second number, the 3 is in my ones place. So this 2 has a different value. This is the tens place. So the value here is either 20, and this is what I was talking about with this ones place won't always be a 0 like it was in this previous slide. So the value here is 20 because it's in the tens place, or 2 tens because you have a 2 and it's in the tens place. So I write the digit and then the place that it's in. So like the location, and that gives me the value, and its location is in the tens place in the second number. If I keep going, I'm going to have the number 356, and I'm going to just go through all 3 digits. So the value of this 6 is 6 or 6 ones. The value of the 5 is now moved up to the tens place. So I have a value of 50. And I know that because there's one place value on the right side, and I just kind of fill it in with a 0. So I just changed the 6 to a 0, and then there's my value. Or 5 tens, and I'm going to write it under because I'm out of room. On my last one, I have a 3. And that value, I'm going to write the digit, and then I'm going to fill in the gaps of the place values to the right-hand side with 0. So I have 1, 2, so 1, 0, 2, 0. The value is 300, or it's 3 hundreds, and I can write that out. Ooh, barely squeezed it in there. So even 356, I can go through and choose the value of each individual digit that's in this number. Now remember, a digit is one number that makes up a bigger number. So 6 is a digit, 5 is a digit, 3 is a digit. And when I put them all together in this order, I get 356. And I can see that in the value, 356. Okay, going on to some harder ones. This, I need the value of the underlined digit, which in this case is a 0. So what do? Well, it still has a value, but this is called a placeholder because it's a 0 in the middle of your number. So this is a placeholder, and the value is 0. because there's nothing there. It's just holding a spot in the tens place. All right. In this example, we have 63,109, and my 3 is underlined, so I need to find the value. Well, I can do that 2 different ways. The first way is I'm going to just write the digit straight down. So I have a 3. And then I have 1, 2, 3 place values to the right-hand side over here that are behind this 3. So I'm going to fill those in with zeros. So 1, 2, 3. There's my value, 3,000, but I could also write 3, and I could write it out as thousands. Both would be right. And in my last example, it's an even bigger number. So I need to find the value of the 6 in the number 861,000. Comma tells me to say the name, 521. So I'm going to start with the 6, and I'm going to write that digit and then fill in the 0. So I have 1 where that 1 was, a comma, and then 1 for the 5, 1 for the 2, and 1 for the 1. And I ended up with 4 zeros on the edge of that 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could also write it in word form. So 6. And this place value, this one was the thousands in my last example, but this is 10,000s. So this would be, I would do 60,000s. And I'm done.